What's going on, everybody? Stefan Martinez, Nicholas Gambaro. Another Nick and Steph show is live, ready to come at you. Let's do this, man. You see the background I got behind me. Huge baseball weekend. We're gonna talk about everything else too, but let's start here. I'm very, very intrigued by this Nolan Arenado to the Cardinals signing trade. I'm intrigued. As a baseball fan, I am super excited to see what um happens between the Cardinals and the Rockies. Do they get this finished up? Big Zach, what is good, brother? How are you? Love out the gate, love out the gate, love out the gate. We love y'all too. Thank you for the like, Mama. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Listen, this thing came down Friday night, and you know me, I'm texting people, I'm finding out what's up. Listen, I don't know what Nolan Arenado is going to look like a couple years from now. I don't really know what that looks like, what it feels like, but I do know we're going to get to Dustin Pedroia too. I'm kind of sad today as a baseball fan. I'm a little heartbroken. Hey now.
Hello.
I'm a little heartbroken with that, but we're going to get to all that. But I don't know, man. I am really First of all, let me just say this: the Colorado Rockies. Can we break something down here? Can we break something down? Because we're family. You viewers, you're like family to us. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna break something down. Um, I'm just, I'm surprised that you know, this came together like this. This you weren't hearing nothing about. We're gonna talk about this too. We had a lot to get to today, but just let me get through this soliloquy. We appreciate the comments though.
Yes.
Thank you,
Keep
guys.
them coming.
I'm just excited. I'm shocked at how this thing turned out with the Colorado Rockies, and here's why. I'm shocked by this because the Colorado Rockies just signed Nolan Arenado to an extension not too long ago. He was signed, and already he's already gone. They signed him to an 8-year, $260 million extension at the start of spring training in 2019. And then you start hearing rumors about how Nolan Arenado and the general manager, Jeff Bridich, aren't getting along with each other, and they're having issues, and they don't see eye to eye on a lot of these issues. And so you start seeing that, and you start realizing, hey, man.
What's up, Skip?
What's going on, man? You start realizing this ain't gonna go well. Like, they don't like each other. Nolan actually called them out in the press. I've been lied to. He backstabbed me a number of times. So Nolan wanted out. It's just a matter of who was gonna take his contract. And the Cardinals stepped up because they needed a third baseman. They were also keeping tabs on Justin Turner. They were doing a lot to try and augment that lineup and do some more stuff with that lineup. And it turns out, here we are. Yeah, that's.
Thanks, Kayla. Thanks. No, I know you don't mean it in that way.
Damn.
Yeah, tough.
Damn,
very tough weekend.
She came out the gate talking. Anyway, we're gonna get to. We got to talk about his boys too. That's. What, like, when you saw this, when you saw that the stuff was posted on the different pages, and first of all, I know you're not a huge baseball fan, but that's big news. That guy is.
It's big. One, I'm happy the Yankees didn't get him. I was relieved about that. Although I mean the Cardinals too, but no.
I don't think the Yankees were ever in the running for him. I do think that the Mets poked around a little bit. They I don't know how far it got, but they poked around. But Nolan's one of the elite third basemen in the game, and the Cardinals just got themselves a legitimate superstar third baseman.
Puts them in like a serious playoff World Series position.
I don't necessarily know if I'd go as far as World Series, but I do think that Nolan provides the lineup with a little bit more depth. Because look at that lineup now.
I know, Kayla. I know.
Look at that lineup now. You're going Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado back-to-back in the lineup. They're going to re-sign Yadier Molina at some point here soon. They still have, Paul DeYoung, Colton Wong. They got weapons in St. Louis. And I just think the Cardinals are one of the teams that they find a way. They find a way to maintain. They find a way to stay competitive and relevant and all this stuff. And I just love how, good organizations, they want to win. And if you're the Rockies, I'll just say this for all intents and purposes. Trade everybody. Like, there's no reason to hold on to Trevor Story now because he's going to leave as a free agent next year in a couple years. Trade everybody at this point. If you are the Colorado Rockies at this point, your job is you want to get prospects because they got nothing in this deal, big dog. No prospect of consequence. They did, and here's the thing: they had to give the Cardinals $50 million to take Nolan away from them. You basically gave the Cardinals $50 million and was like, "Oh, here, we don't want him anymore, so we'll even pay you to take him."
Wow, why do you think they did that?
It's a number of factors, and I do think that this needs to be pointed out too. I think people have talked about how Nolan, there was always a disconnect with the front office, and he didn't trust the front office, and there was always this disconnect. Right. And Nolan Arenado's not the first person to go through this with this franchise. Troy Tulowitzki's gone through it. Remember when they traded Tulo to the Blue Jays? Yeah, it ended messy there too, with the GM talking about we're not going to trade him, and then Jeff Brodich turns around and trades him. And then you were reading a story by ESPN's Buster Olney, where Buster Olney basically comes out and says Jeff Brodich is the worst communicator in baseball. None of the players that have played for him trust this dude, from Troy Tulowitzki to Nolan Arenado to that's a damning indictment on someone who's supposed to be a general manager who holds a very, very high position. If you're the Rockies, you might have to reassess who's running your front office, because that's a pretty damning accusation coming from two players that have either been with your team or still are with your team. And listen, I don't know how this shakes out. I don't know how this finishes up. All I know is it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Doesn't seem like it.
It doesn't. And here's the thing, big dog. You know me. I'm all for trading guys if it's warranted. But I'll ask you this question, and you don't have the answer, but give me your honest assessment of this. If you knew that this was going to end up happening anyway, because the Rockies aren't one of the high revenue teams in the league, they don't make much money, and their situation is a bit where you start penny pinching at certain points. If this is the case, then why did you sign Nolan Arenado to begin with? Why'd you sign him to begin with? Like, all right, for point of context, right? I'll let you answer that in 1 second. You sign Nolan Arenado, and then you go and you spend literally the next offseason, big dog. I'm not lying. You can look at the numbers if you want. Google them. They signed they spent $10 million in free agency the next year. That's it.
Wow.
The whole free agency period, you spent $10 million and you just gave this guy $260? Big dog, if you're Nolan Arenado, how are you looking at the Rockies right now?
That's crazy. Huge.
That's insanity.
It is.
If you're Nolan Arenado, you got to be looking at the Rockies like, are you kidding me? You re-sign me. You go through all this to get me back, to spend $10 million in free agency the next offseason. You make one move, and then that's it? This is all you do? How? I don't get it. Trevor Story got to be next. Charlie Blackmon got to be next. Colorado, just blow this thing up and do me a favor. You might want to look at firing your general manager as well. And I'm not calling for nobody's job. You know me. I know how hard these jobs are. Big Dog says I should have one of these jobs. I don't want one.
You would. Come on.
Go ahead. Tell the people what you think. Go ahead.
Yes, no, you would be very good at it, I think, and you're that type of front office mind. So I think you would love to do that stuff. Sign guys, trade guys away. or figure out a roster, plan a roster.
Right. I mean, I don't envy anybody that has to trade their star player. It's not an easy choice. You've seen it in Columbus with Pierre-Luc Dubois, as you like to call him,
There you go.
Columbus Blues. For anybody that's a hockey fan, but it's not an easy job, and I don't envy the person that has to make the trade. I just think that we have to peel this onion back a little bit and see why these relationships eroded the way that they have. Because I think in sports, there's a lot of mistrust. And that seems to be the story with baseball right now. As we go to if you look at what's going on with the labor negotiations, both sides. Go ahead.
I read it. I'm like, oh man, how are you feeling? Are you nervous that the season won't get started on time, or there's going to be another dispute?
Well, there's definitely going to be another dispute because both sides can't stand the air that each other breathes. I do know this for a fact. But the one thing that I'm questioning, and Big Dog, we talked about this on the show at length, ad nauseum, before when the first shutdown happened. But I want to talk about it down here. At what point do you start going, can you guys man up and make a decision? You both want the same things. You both want the designated hitter in both leagues. You both like the idea of excuse you. You both like the idea of expanded playoffs. You love the idea of everything happening. So why don't you just do it?
That's what I don't understand. We talked about it last week. A DH for both leagues would be perfect. Expand the playoffs, more money.
Right.
If you're a baseball fan, that's more games for you.
Right. Watch. Kayla, I think you crystallized the statement perfectly when you said there's stupidity on both sides. Can I break this down a little bit for you? Can I take you guys inside why I think there's mistrust? First of all, I don't blame the players. If the players, listen, 154 games, you want to get paid your full salaries, I'm cool. I understand it. I get it. But if you look at where the coronavirus is spiking, and this by no means is a political comment, so please just listen to where I'm going. I don't mean to make this political. Maricopa County in Arizona is where a lot of teams train in spring training. Cactus League. That's a central hub for where these spikes are. And if you're not careful, you can end up, on the wrong side of this. And so I don't really think people understand the gravity of the seriousness of this thing. And it's like, okay, granted, you want both sides to have a say in how things happen. But if you're the players, you want the universal DH. You want all these things. You just don't trust that the other side will get it done. And if you're baseball, if you're the owners, yeah, you want to try and cancel it and prolong it as much as possible, because at the end of the day, you realize the more we postpone, the more we do all this. Hey, I think that's smart. I really do. Listen, if you're gonna put the postseason in November, do the bubble thing.
Yes. Do it. And you said you wanted it even post-COVID.
Yes.
You would have let's say the championship series.
Yes.
Or would you have all the playoffs or just the World Series in neutral site?
No, do the World Series in neutral site so it don't get rained out. It's your biggest event. People tune in for those games. They matter. I wouldn't go bubble all the way through, but I would consider a bubble definitely on,
that way you can get fans to go see games in their home.
Right. And you still gain revenue, but do it like the Super Bowl. You don't think people will be clamoring if it's a Yankees-Dodgers World Series in the middle of in the middle of Los Angeles or San Diego or Miami? People would fly down there if they knew the World Series was going to get played with no delays. You kidding me? Oh, I'll be out. Next plane. Goodbye. Arrivo. Yeah, but baseball look, I do think that there has to be. I like the fact that Ken Griffey Jr. is in helping with, the inclusion in the game now, making the game.
Awesome. I heard that.
I do like the fact that Mike Hill and another significant African American presence is in the league office now. I do think that'll help. Listen, you got to diversify baseball too. It's
100%.
very old fashioned. It's a lot of unwritten rules. We got to get past all this. If you want to regain national traction, which, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I love baseball. I love it. You know that. I'm sure the people that know me know that. But do I think baseball ever will return to its national dominance again? No. Baseball is a regional sport now. It's regional. Everything about it's regional. It doesn't feel like it's going to get back to the place where it has national prominence. The NBA is running roughshod over the entire national scene right now, which I'm okay with. But just clean it up a little bit. Make sure that like even casual viewers like yourself, big dog, make it fun for the casual viewer. Like clean it up a little bit. Like, and I'm sorry, like you guys haggling over money in the middle of a pandemic makes you seem infantile. It makes you seem infantile. You seem like you have no grip on reality. I'm sorry, it makes you look bad. And the more you sit there and argue, the more you sit there and argue about money and about all this stuff, when all this could be avoidable if you come together and say, listen, is it perfect? No. But can we do this? Yes. Big dog, I'm gonna use two examples and then we'll move on from this. If hockey did it, if the NBA did it, if football is doing it, why can't you? Why do you got to be the old man, the grouchy old man that doesn't like something? So you say, "Oh, get off my lawn! I don't like this. This should be done a certain way." Come on! How is it that every other professional sports league has figured it out except you? How crazy is that? Big dog. Every other sports league has figured it out. They've
They
got
have modified things, and yeah,
right. Right, and then players are like, "Oh, we're worried about cancellation of games, or worried that Manfred is gonna cancel games, even though it's not that big of an issue." Do you gotta understand? The Cardinals and Marlins almost had their seasons derailed last year because of an outbreak. This thing is very real. Like people, just adapt, will you? Because if you don't adapt, what do? You die.
exactly.
Adapt or die. And I'm sorry, Major League Baseball, but the more you continue to play this game of, oh, well, it's America's pastime, we have to do it a certain way, that's people are going to get rubbed off and turned off by that. They really are. And the more you see it and the more you hear it, it's really disconcerting. It is. And I don't blame Big Dog for feeling how he feels. He even tells me, he goes, you got millionaires and billionaires fighting over money that we'll never see in any of our lifetimes. And the fight, to be quite honest, is pointless and stupid. Let's just be honest. It's pointless and stupid. And Commissioner Manfred, you're another dope. I agree with you. Right, right, right. And look, and this goes back to this too, because I said we're gonna get into the JT Realmuto thing. We're gonna do it now real quick. JT Realmuto on the open market, Big Dog probably would have gotten 130 to 135 million. The Phillies got him at a discounted rate because obviously playing in the middle of a pandemic, no fans. They've also brought back Didi too. Those are two big signings. But it just feels like the market itself is not as lofty as it would have been in a normal offseason. In a normal offseason, I really believe JC Realmuto gets 150 million. I
Right.
believe that. I believe George Springer cracks 200 million. I believe that. I believe Trevor Bauer's already signed because I think the majority of teams don't have these COVID restrictions in terms of payroll. If this was a normal season, the heavy hitters would have been all in on Trevor Bauer because everybody needs pitching.
Absolutely.
So Trevor Bauer's market would have been crazy. And to be honest, Trevor Bauer still might end up getting a nice payday because the Dodgers may, hey, here, Trevor, here's 3 years at 150. So he still might get his way, which is pretty astronomical. But Speaking of astronomical, so there was a fight. There was a punch heard around the Rangers locker room, reverberated through Madison Square Garden. Big Dog, please elaborate on this punch, which I'm sure brought you much glee.
So, if you follow hockey, if you're in the New York area like we are, they're even talking about it on the radio today. Tony DeAngelo, who has been has caused some controversy, let's just say, off the ice, not just on it, but off the ice as well. Not going to get into that part of it.
Right.
But Rangers put him on waivers, and he cleared waivers today, meaning no team picked him up. Nobody wanted him, the 30 other teams in the league. Mm-hmm. Then Rangers GM Jeff Gordon comes out and says Tony DeAngelo has played his last game for the Rangers, and they are currently awaiting a trade for him.
Woo!
I just heard, too, from my ESPN app. I got an update. And the punch, as we're now going to call it.
A punch heard round Madison Square Garden.
I will give credit to Sportsnet and the great reporter, Elliot Friedman. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just a snippet to kind of give you a sense of what happened. So the other night, the Rangers and Penguins played. There was a miscommunication in the 3-on-3 overtime between defenseman Tony DeAngelo and goaltender Georgiev. And basically that caused Sidney Crosby to score the overtime winner. And what happened was they go off the ice, and I'm quoting Elliot Friedman here. They go off the ice, so Alexander Georgiev is sitting disappointed like any competitive person, right, especially a goaltender. Right. Would be after a game like that. And DeAngelo walks by him and makes a sarcastic crack to him. And Georgiev clocks him. That was the verbiage used by Elliot Friedman, reported on the Thoughts podcast. They go at it, and their teammates break it up. Later that night, the Rangers called DeAngelo or his agent, and they say, that's the last straw. You're going on waivers tomorrow. And then at noon on Sunday.
That's exactly what they did. Right.
And I don't really blame the Rangers for this. They had to do it. This guy, that's something you don't do.
First of all, the lack of professionalism to go and punch a goalie after you made the mistake.
No, Georgiev punched him, but Georgiev, I guess, was just in the heat of the moment.
Right.
Clocked them because DeAngelo, like, why you got to do that? Make a sarcastic claim, probably saying, like, oh, you should have made a play there. Or why didn't you, you know what I mean?
Right.
Play the puck better or whatever he said. Again, we don't know exactly, but the wisecrack comment was probably about the Crosby goal or what led to that.
But at the end of the day, if I'm reading this correctly, because I saw the highlight, that was on DeAngelo. You got to make that play.
On DeAngelo, no doubt about it.
You got to make that play, and you look like
he was a defenseman.
First of all, you look crazy talking about, oh, well, you got to make the play. Bro, what are you talking about? You can't put the goalie in an untenable position to where he can't make a play because you screwed up. How is that his fault? I would love to know, how is that his fault? And then, you don't take accountability for it. In fact, you go stoke the flame after the guy's already angry because you're the one that screwed up, and then you're going to go confront the guy and expect not to get some type of retribution. Now, I'm not for punching people. I don't misunderstand me. This is a family show. I'm not advocating violence. But as they say where we come from, if you want that smoke, all you got to do is ask.
Yeah, and Angelo asked for it.
So, in turn, as the kids say, he got that smoke.
He got lit up.
Yes, indeed. Like a firecracker. Don't act. Don't. And then this is not the first time D'Angelo has done something like this. For point of order, he's been a problem child wherever he's been in the NHL. And it doesn't hurt that you don't play well. It doesn't hurt that your play doesn't necessitate you being a prima donna, or as we like to say, a bag.
Yeah.
I won't finish the first part of that sentence, but you're being
Yep.
a bag, as we say in Brooklyn here, Brooklyn, New York. Just doesn't make sense to me. And then look, the Rangers did the right thing here. The Rangers, they didn't wait. They caught him. They're like, hey, I'm out. The question is, and I'll ask you this because you follow this. I report on things when they're in my vicinity. But is there a trade to be made here for him? Is there a trade partner ready to take him off the Rangers' hands? From what it sounds like, it doesn't seem like there's a trade partner ready and willing.
No. I mean, listen, if no team wanted to just pick him up off of waivers, I can't see a trade.
Do me a favor. Look up his numbers real quick. Look up his numbers. I'll keep talking. But
his statistics, you mean? Or his contract?
No, give me his numbers for this year, and then because
by the way, after the game where the Islanders, we beat them 4-0 and Barzal embarrassed him on that one goal, they sent him down to the taxi squad after the day after that, which is basically like playing with minor league players.
So so let's talk spicy when you got sent down to the taxi squad once already. But I want to hear his numbers because I want to hear what justifies him going to the goalie telling him we should have made a play. Let's see what the numbers are for Mr. D'Angelo. Because we're a numbers-based show. This is a numbers-based business.
So this is according to hockeyreference.com.
Accurate.
Okay, he played 6 games, scored no goals, only 1 assist, 1 point, -6 plus minus, which is absolutely horrendous.
Okay, then. Let's break down those numbers. You played 6 games and you're a -6, which means you didn't contribute not one positive thing while you were on the ice. No goals, 1 assist, and what was his minutes per game?
His plus minus was -6.
And how many minutes he played? Does it tell you the minutes he played per game?
Hold on.
If not, don't worry about it. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not long.
No, it is, but hold on. Give me a second.
All right. No, but like that right there, bro, you're a -6. And you got the unmitigated goal to call out the goalie? You're a -6. A -6. Are you kidding me? You have no right to call out anybody for anything. You haven't contributed to the team, and yet you have the unmitigated. You got stones. He's got stones. Wow.
So his time on ice in the last 5 games, 20 minutes and 28 seconds, 20 minutes, 54 seconds, 20 minutes, 43 seconds, 15 minutes, 49 seconds, and then 17 minutes, 32 seconds.
Okay, then. So you're playing on average. Let's average this up. You're playing on average between, let's say, 18 and a half. So he's playing like about 18 and a half minutes a game, and you're a -6.
Which is awful.
So, as we say, you suck.
Basically.
You do not help your team in any form or fashion. And I hate to call him out because I don't know how hard the game is, but by his numbers, he's not that good.
He sucks. Just, you said it, he sucks.
I mean, I'm trying to be
put things bluntly on the show sometimes. So you got
no. What I'm saying, like, you can't talk with any type of spice. You stink. You stink. You stink beyond.
And in the 3-on-3 overtime, you cannot leave your goalie hung out to dry. And Sidney Crosby right there, you should already know you got to make a play. So
thank you.
Get to the puck.
Thank you. And what is the coach thinking about having him out there?
Come on. David Quinn.
I got to warn that. You gotta wear that. That's horrible.
He has to. And playing him, come on.
Yo, I'm not gonna cast any aspersions because the Knicks been horrible for years, but this sounds like the Knicks. Sounds like the Knicks.
They're the same building. I mean,
the goddamn, it's like this sounds like the Knicks. And for a couple years now, the Knicks are actually the Knicks look competent right now. I don't want to like what's that thing? I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but they sound like the Knicks.
Okay.
They sound like the Knicks.
What's up, Rick?
There you go. Bluntly stated plug. Check the show out on YouTube. Check the show out wherever it's available. By the way, go get that Bluntly Stated merch at 3clipsmedia.com.
And our merch too as well. Masks are up, beanies.
Right.
So get your Bluntly Stated 3 Clips Media stuff. Nick and Steph show merch.
There you go. Go get that merch right now. It's freezing out there. You know you need a beanie and a mask. You don't want to catch no new variant.
Keep warm out there in this blizzard.
Yeah, you ain't trying to catch no new variants out here. We got you.
No way, man. This blizzard is bad.
But bro,
can I share what you? So I just came on Twitter. Elliot Free. It's not too long, but it was a string of tweets. So of course, so President John Davidson said D'Angelo's social media comments were not a factor. Gordon, who is the Rangers GM, says D'Angelo had been upset since being scratched for first game. At some point, Gordon told D'Angelo if there was one more issue, he'd be removed from the team. That happened after Saturday's skirmish with Georgiev. We went through that. So he knew what he was getting into, and yet he still did it anyway.
What a freaking dope. What a dope.
I had to say something to Georgiev.
First of all, and this guy's a young goalie. What are you doing? What do you do? First of all, the goalie runs the team. You don't say nothing to the goalie. The goalie makes you look good when you
throw a loss like that. No, you gotta leave the goalie.
You leave him alone. That's the one person on the team you don't mess with. You don't. And that just goes to show you how tone deaf this kid was. There you go. There you go.
He's a jerk. He's a jerk.
There you go. Right. And you know, it comes across like you're a dweeb. You're a dweeb. You're an idiot, bro.
And an instigator.
That's the other word too. Thank you, big dog. Thank you. You could say that again. He's an instigator. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And to put it bluntly, I'm sorry, Rick, we're using your word a lot. To put it bluntly, the Rangers are building a culture and trying to get the young players to establish, okay, this is the type of team we want to be. You don't need that type of negative energy and negative attitude where it's all about me in your locker room when you're trying to build a team culture, especially in a sport like hockey.
Right.
That me, that don't work.
No.
It does not work. So D'Angelo, I'm sorry, brother, but you gotta wear the oop of the week for that one. Like that one goes to you.
We gotta go.
You gotta go. You gotta wear the oop of the week. The oop of the week belongs to you. You got it. Gotta go. We gotta get the oop of the week.
I like that. The oop of the week. He had to go.
Speaking of more news, so there's some troubling news out of New Jersey with the Devils.
Yes.
Share that with us, please, big dog, because I'm intrigued.
So there was a statement from the NHL Public Relations Twitter page.
Right.
The National Hockey League announced today that as a result of 4 additional New Jersey Devil players being added to today's NHL's COVID protocol-related absence list, the team's games will be postponed at least through Saturday, February 6th. As an appropriate precaution, the team's training facilities have been closed to all players on the club's active roster, effective immediately and will remain so until further notice. And not going to read.
By the way,
that's
you can get this statement right now on the Devils Twitter page at New Jersey Devils on Twitter or at Devils. What is it, Big Dog? What is their Twitter handle?
So this I actually got from the NHL public relations.
Oh, so the NHL public relations. What's that Twitter handle? So people can.
Absolutely. I'll get it for you now. That is at PR_NHL.
At PR_NHL. So you can go see it. They put that out as a statement of public record because they want people to know. Now,
I'm sorry, there's more with other teams. So rescheduling, and then we'll go through it if that's okay.
Oh, you're good. No, yeah, go ahead.
So their games rescheduled. St. Louis at Vegas changed from January 28th to March 22nd. Vegas at San Jose changed from February 1st to February 13th. Vegas at San Jose changed from February 3rd to February 25th. Anaheim at San Jose changed from February 13th to April 6th. Vegas at Anaheim changed from February 6th to April 23rd. And St. Louis at San Jose changed from February 26th to March 8th. So a lot of shuffling around. That was also from the NHL Public Relations page.
Wow. All right, thank you so much for that hockey update, Big Dog. By the way, again, it's that you can find that all on the NHL Media Relations page if you want any further details on all these cancellations and reschedulings and all that.
Right, so you're going to see a lot of movement. It's going to be like baseball, the NBA, right. NFL. There's going to be a lot of movement of games, and the players on New Jersey and the staff, hopefully they're okay. But it could also mean maybe they just came in contact with somebody with COVID.
Right, there you go.
We don't know all that yet, but that's the latest on what I had. And then just quickly, I want to go around the league quickly with you, and then we'll jump to the next sport.
Right.
Just a little top four updated. St. Louis, Colorado, Minnesota, Vegas. So St. Louis with 13 points, St. Louis and Colorado both with 13 points, Minnesota with 12, Vegas with 11 points.
Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
Can I be honest with you? I'm tired of seeing Minnesota in these rankings every year, and in the playoff they
fall out in the end.
They fought it away. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's nice. That's nice. That's not another top four finish that you're gonna fall away in the playoffs because you guys ain't clutch. I'm just saying.
They are in a division with three bad teams from California. Now,
I'm just saying. I mean, like, damn. How many times do I look at you and go, man, I like Minnesota, Big Dog. I like them a lot. And what do? They fought it away, and you're like, why am I doing it?
Go ahead.
Why do I have this confidence in you that you're gonna figure it out? But you never do.
Yeah,
you never do.
Yeah, and then
like they get me every
playoffs, right? They're gonna have to go up against St. Louis, Colorado, or Vegas, so they're done.
Yeah, all right there. Yeah.
Exactly. The North Division. Toronto, one of the hottest teams in the league. They're in first with 15 points. Montreal with 12 points, tied with Vancouver for
Montreal.
And Winnipeg in 10th, with 10 points in the fourth spot. I gotta say though, they're not on here, but Ottawa, like they were way overhyped to go. Now, of course, they were a bad team going into this, but everyone in Canada they're gonna be the pesky Senators. They're gonna agitate teams. They're gonna make us a prot. Yo, they are. I mean, they're bad. But I'm telling you though, Toronto and Montreal, they're gonna be neck and neck for first place.
Nice.
I think they said I forgot what the stat was, but Tyler Toffoli has been unbelievable.
Right.
6 points in the last 8 games, maybe.
Well, hot damn.
He was big in LA with the Kings. Toronto, has been hot, as I mentioned.
Where's that coming from, you think? Because we were burying on the show last week. Where's this coming from?
I just think, the usual suspects. The usual
So-
suspects. But
So
but now
so
I think, too, the addition of Wayne Simmons is helping a lot. Especially
there we go.
department of playing more defense, kind of fighting back, being more of an agitative type of team to,
That's what they needed. They needed a guy that was going to punch you in the face if you got crazy. Because everybody else is soft. They're offensive-minded cats. They like scoring. They like doing the snazzy passes. I get that. Everybody needs a Matt Martin.
yes.
Everybody needs a guy that's going to punch you in the
He
neck.
was in Toronto, by the way, but they let him come back to the island.
Yeah. How smart are you right now, Maple Leafs?
Because imagine if they had Matt Martin and Wayne Simmons.
Again, I repeat, I don't want no Tim Hortons smoke. I'm out.
But again, Stefan, we'll have to watch out in the playoffs. Now, they'll
Right.
be playing each other within the Canadian division till at least the conference finals, but
Yeah.
your forwards, too, have to eventually, I think, play defense, too. They got to play both sides of the ice. You
Right.
can't depend on Jake Muzzin, Morgan Riley, or Wayne Simmons to help you out.
First of all, they're not. I don't think they have.
Because I've seen highlights this year where they
Oh,
leave
yeah,
a
yeah.
guy out on an island. You've seen it
Yeah.
too last year in the playoffs. We would stream games or watch together on FaceTime. Even you tell me, Big, what are they doing to this guy? They're leaving him out there to try, help him.
By himself.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, fam, he's standing on his neck, bro. Help your man. Help him, please. Help him out. What are we doing here? Like, help. Help him out. And then you see it constantly, every single friggin'. It's like every year we talk about the same issue.
You're gonna be pulling your hair out when that happens. Oh my
Oh,
god.
of course. If I'm a goalie on that team, I'm like, can you help me? Can you help me? Like, you gotta understand defense for that team. If they play a little bit of defense, the way they score the puck, oh my lord,
Go ahead.
they're like the equivalent. They're the hockey equivalent of the Brooklyn Nets. They're great offensively, but they can't score they can't stop nobody worth a damn. Is that fair?
Yes,
That's
very fair.
You gotta stop somebody. You can score 9 goals, but you're gonna give up 9.5. What good is it? What good is it?
I don't know.
I'm out. Jesus.
The East of Vige, which
All right. Gotta hit pause. Gotta hit. I want to skip all that. We're skipping all that. You know exactly where I want to go. We're skipping East of Vige because nobody cares. State of emergency on Long Island right now. What the hell is going on with your boys? I don't care about the division. It doesn't matter to me right now. What the hell is happening on Long Island? Can you please tell me? Back-to-back overtime heartbreaking losses? What's up, bro? What's up?
5 losses in a row. 5. Okay? You get shut out by the Devils to their second-string goalie. Very frustrated, didn't score a goal. All right, Then you lose twice, back-to-back to the Capitals. First of all, they didn't have this. Here we go. You got me. This
Go.
wanted. You get without the starting goalie.
Go for it.
Without Dmitry Orlov, without Evgeny Kuznetsov. Oh my God. Then you lose 2 heartbreakers that you fought so hard against Philly, both games, especially last night. The way they fought back, they were resilient.
Nah, you know what? We're not in Philly. We don't care. just for this segment, we're not in Philly. We don't care, and I need this dude to get this off his chest before we end up having to call the Bellevue. I don't need this guy in a mental institution because the Islanders are sending him off the rig. I don't need that. I need my co-host to be of sound mind and of sound thought. I love you, Caleb, but right now your Phillies don't matter. Right now the Flyers don't matter.
On the more recent losses, as you mentioned,
This guy is on the verge of God forbid. I don't know. I'm gonna get a call one day. I'm gonna get a call. I don't mean to skip you guys over. It's all good. We'll come back to you, but I gotta get him to get this out. Go.
I don't know, man. Like, I've been thinking about it, trying to figure them out. I mean, they do not look so far. Again, things can change, but they don't look like that team that they were in the bubble. Like, you went into every night as an Islander fan knowing even if you lost, now you expected a win pretty much every night. And again, it's different circumstances. It was the playoffs, but still, they were every night, even when they lost, they put up an effort. Not like they ever got blown out except that one terrible game against Tampa Bay. But they just, they're very lackadaisical, missed defensive assignments. I mean, the first couple of goals in the Philly game, just easy goals. They're letting up. And then, as the game gets later on, then they start to find that resiliency and that fight back. Like, all right, like but you got to play a full 60 minutes. You can't go down 2 or 3-0. Well, because they went down 2-0 in this case against Philly, and then just have Barry fire you guys up, and then you get going. Now that's great that Barry fired you guys up, but you guys they gotta find it in themselves to, and I know they do. Believe in them. They got it. It's not like I'm not being negative on them, but it's it's been very frustrating and confusing to watch. Because this Islander team this is not what I expected to start the season off at all. And credit to Ilya Sorokin, he played his what off yesterday. He played awesome. He tried his best. But again, even in overtime, and because we were watching it on FaceTimes together Saturday night, you were like, big dog, what are they? They're farting around with the puck. They're not going. They're not skating full force.
When I knew you guys were in trouble? The turnover.
That's the big thing this year is turnovers. You look at most of the goals they've given up, bad, sloppy turnovers.
Right.
Big turnovers. 1 for 6 on the power play yesterday. That can't happen. I mean, their power play numbers are awful this year. Awful.
By the way, guys, share the video. Let them know we're live.
Yeah. Varlamov giving up a lot of goals, which that won't happen a lot this year, but it isn't the norm for him. But again, I can't put all the blame on him because once again, just the way certain plays, it's almost like I'll compare it to basketball. It's like an alley-oop, right? Where the guy, at the 3-point line will have the ball and kind of just chuck it up. Imagine the other point guard or forward going right to the basket with no one covering him or like a missed assignment. That's kind of what happens.
Throw it. Like, first of all, that's like basically not reading a backdoor screen. If you're getting beat like that and there's somebody wide open, you're not seeing the back door, you're just letting the dude get around you, somebody's not showing to the puck, meaning you're not keeping your eye on both. You got to keep your eye on both. That's equivalent to like a back door. That shit, it pisses me off. In basketball, when they do it, when somebody gets beat back door, I'm like, bro, you've been playing basketball for 100 years, bro. How you getting beat on a back door? That's that simple. And then it's just, fam, how? First of all, if you're Barry Trotz,
he was mad.
What do you do at this point? Like 5 games in a 56-game season, that's a pretty significant amount of games. Like, I know you keep saying it's early, but that's a significant amount of games.
It definitely is, especially in a division that's tough. It's
Right.
really tough. So, I mean, you lose to Washington without their best player. That was a golden opportunity for them to get 4 points out of those 2 games. Yesterday, all right, Philly was probably pissed off that they lost to us in the playoffs. You would think, all right, a split here, because you figured maybe Philly would win 1. So, okay, you say a split, because Philly's a really good team. And New Jersey, listen, the second string goalie, you beat them up the other night 4-1 at the Coliseum. You should have beat them up in Newark. But all right, had a sloppy game that night. But it's just, that's really one thing that I noticed. Sloppiness, a lot of penalties, a lot. Like yesterday too, Barzal, not being aware of where your stick is, a high stick. And then that's what gave Philly the power play that won it. And they were toying around with the puck, like just
they can't happen. That cannot happen.
And then Caleb referenced the goal on Saturday night. They just let Lawton right in there, and Varlamov was out of position, and they scored basically on like an empty net. Like they were kind of letting Varley just try and do it all,
by himself. That got to be so disconcerting for where they came from last year.
Yeah,
they had all the momentum. They were playing with a chip on their shoulder. They had this adrenaline. They had this, you're not going to beat us. That has to be frustrating, because to me, I would look at it as, we're only playing 56 games, right? You do know that this season is not a full 82-game season. There is no time to catch your bearings. There is no time to figure this out. You guys have been together for the most part. Now it's time to go play. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to criticize your boy, and he's your boy, and you love him, but I'm sorry. Barzal, you getting the dough? You're getting the dough now, right? You're happy. You got the exchange. Everybody feeling good? Go score 25 goals. Go do this. There's no reason, with as good as that guy is, he can't score 25 goals.
He has been playing well this year. But little things like that, though, can't happen.
Yeah, and here's what I'm saying, though. You see, you're in an offensive stupor. You didn't score a goal, you said the other night. 1 goal, 1 game, they went scoreless.
The game against New Jersey, they went 2-0. They lost.
You gotta find a way to get a goal in the net. You gotta. If you're the star player, Crosby finds a way to get a goal in the net. Landeskog, my boy, he finds a way to get a puck in the net.
And then the other night, remember, I was cursing Thursday night against Washington. You're up 3-0. And then you give up 6 unanswered goals. How do you do that?
We got off just at the right time, because you lost your mind. You lost your mind.
That was the loss that really pissed me off. And last
night, and the more games you lose, the less opportunity you have to make these games up. And that division's tough.
Like, when you have a lead, you got to keep pressing and trying to score. Like, they are so dangerous when they're in the zone, shooting, getting guys to the net, getting the puck to the net. But when you let up and go, we got a 3-0. No. Yeah, 6 unanswered goals, Kayla. 6 against the depleted Washington Capital team.
Well, hot damn.
No Ovechkin and no Kuznetsov. Arguably their 2 best players.
And you still gave up 6 goals.
And their starting goalie wasn't playing. Neither was Dmitry Orlov, who's another one.
Wait. So they were basically trying to give you the game, and you still lost?
Yeah, it was like the Capitals.
What? What is this? Oh, my God. They were giving you the game. What is this? They were giving you the game. Kayla, can I get a hot damn? Kayla? Hot damn.
And those 4 games they were missing. The Capitals played, I think they won 3 of the 4 games that they were missing. They beat us twice. They beat Buffalo once. So they didn't even lose any ground, even without Ovechkin.
Bro, they were giving you the game, bro.
God,
How do you do this? Do you how? How is that even possible? I, yo, if you're Barry Trotz, you're probably in practice like, yeah, you guys are gonna skate till you puke, miracle style.
again.
You guys are gonna figure out what? How is this real life? I don't understand.
That was my thought. I'm like, how is this really happening? This has to be some kind of nightmare. There's no way we just gave up 6 goals to the Capital B team.
All right, I need the big dog special. I need the big dog special. You know what the big dog special is. You know, I need the saying. You say it for everything. It's a sick joke.
It is a sick joke. It is.
I need the big dog special. There he is. Here he is. Let it out. Come on. We're here for you. We're here for you. Thank you. Even hot damn. Hot damn. Look. Hot damn. Yo. That's another hot damn. Finish up because I got to make a point on the next. But I want you to get this out. Come on. Let it out.
I'm just so angry deep down in the loins. And again, it's early, but still it's not early.
It's not early no more.
We gotta wake up. We gotta start winning games. We gotta win games. Okay? You can't give up 6 goals to the Capital B team. You can't let the Flyers beat you twice in overtime like they did in the playoffs. Even though we ended up beating them, but the series should have been over in 5. Shouldn't have lost to the garbage Devils. Sorry, James, but they're bad. You shouldn't have lost to the Devils 2-0. 2 games. The Capitals like here. 2 wins. 2 wins. Easy. And you could. Oh my God! And we struggled. The first game, you remember. Oh my God! Hold on a minute. I gotta go back. Not that I really want to, but oh my God! Their first game against the Cat. Because forgive me, but I'm forgetting.
This is great. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
We had the 2-1 lead in that game, and they scored another goal to tie it in the second, late, and then with 26 freaking seconds left.
There you go. Clean it up.
And we lose. All I'm going to say, listen, I still believe New York Islanders. I love you. I still believe in you wholeheartedly deep down in the soul. I really do. But we got to wake up. We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. And I believe in you guys. We could do this. I have hope in you, not like the Jets. I have hope in the Islanders. Please, for me and all other Islander fans out there.
He's begging you. Look at it. He's about to get down on his knees. He's begging you. Oh my.
All right. Skip, we gotta believe in them.
Oh. Hey man, this is family show, brother. You can't.
Yeah. One of those from the WKRB days.
What's up, Emilio?
Yeah, that would be like an Emilio comment.
Oh my God.
Shouts out to Emilio, by the way.
Oh man. speaking of yo, so Brooklyn, yo, Brooklyn. Let me ask you a question, Brooklyn Nets and your fans. How in God's name do you lose to the 4-12 Wizards?
Damn.
Hold on, I'll repeat that. I don't know what else you were talking about.
Sorry.
I don't know what else you were talking about. I don't want to. But Kayla says she feels for you. We feel
Thank
for
you,
you, big.
Caleb. Thank you.
This is rough. We had to have this intervention. But Brooklyn Nets fans, right? Y'all got James Harden. Y'all talking with the spikes. You're feeling good. Nobody's gonna be able to stop us. We're gonna score on everybody and their mama. Big dog. They lost to the 4-12 Washington Wizards.
That's bad.
And they gave up 148 points, no overtimes, in 4 quarters.
That's pretty awful.
In 4 quarters, wait. In 4 quarters, you gave up, bro. Help me understand this, bro. Send them back to Jersey.
Go back to Jersey.
Oh, fam. How, fam? They were 3-12. Big dog, they were 3-12. They were 3-12. And you let Russell Westbrook beat you on one leg?
Well, goddamn.
Russell Westbrook beat them on one leg. 41 points on one leg.
That's
Bradley. Yo, Bradley Beal didn't even want to. Bradley Beal, I'm not lying. Big dog. Through 3 quarters, he had 15 points. In the 4th quarter, he had 20 by himself.
Well, damn.
Hold up a second. Y'all talking all that spice about y'all gonna do damage. I gotta hear it from Net fans as a Knicks fan. You guys still suck. The Knicks are garbage. What do you call that? What do you call that? Yes, they have the greatest offensive plus minus in the history of the NBA right now. Their plus minus, if they kept this up, their plus minus would be a plus 30. You know what their defense is? With the big 3 on the floor, you want to know what their plus minus is in defense?
What's that?
Plus 30, minus 35. Minus 35. Hold on a second. And so I gotta sit here and hear all this stuff about the Brooklyn Nets are taking over. They're taking over New York. They're doing all this and that. Listen, you might be right, Kayla. You stay healthy and Joel keeps balling like this, they might not want to see you. You're right. You talk all that smoke about how you're going to take over New York, right? I'll trade 3 stars for Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Wilt Chamberlain now. Not in their prime, now. Kneecap? But, like, yo, what? How am I supposed to take you serious? So you're New York's team now, right? You're New York's team. Yo, you got blown. You lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers twice. Back-to-back games, and you let Colin Sexton light you up for 42 points, and Kyrie had the audacity. Big dog, when you hear this comment, you're going to look up at me and think I'm crazy. I couldn't guard a stick. They were running around me. I couldn't guard his soul last night.
Mm-hmm.
And Russell Westbrook was playing on one leg.
Not good.
Help me, fam. Help me understand this, fam. Help me understand why I have to hear all these Brooklyn Nets preponderance of all the Nets of Brooklyn's team. The Nets of
Oh, Emilio, we just were talking about you before.
Hey, yo, fam. How, fam? How is it that I gotta hear from all the Net fans? Yo, you guys suck. The Knicks suck. The Knicks are bad. The Knicks did. The Knicks that. Listen. I have an eerie feeling these same statements are going to be said about New York's team that will be made about the Mets come June. Let us pray. I mean, I hope not. I hope not. See, but I ain't got no beef with Met fans because y'all not talking spicy. Y'all just enjoying your life. I'm good with y'all. You know what? Y'all entitled to talk spicy. You haven't won in 70 years. Talk your talk. Talk that talk, fam. I'm good with you. I'm good with you talking spicy. I'll say this. I don't understand how we can listen, and I'm not trying to make this a Nick versus Nets thing. I'm not. I'm
You
not.
are. Come on now.
I'm not.
The rivalry's grown in your mind, and it's getting bigger.
I'm not. I'm not. All right, maybe I am, but that's an unintended consequences of what I'm about to say. The Knicks are 9-12. You would think, oh, they're 9-12, 3 games under 500. Why are we throwing a party? Can I tell you what Vegas projection was for the New York Knickerbockers before the season started? Can I tell you? 17.5 wins. The Knicks, if they win in Chicago tonight, they'll have their 10th win in their 22nd game this season. And don't look now, but for all the smoke about Brooklyn's big three, all that, for all that talk, oh, Mets fans could talk all the spice you want. Y'all good with me. Y'all been through hell and back with the Wilpons, bro. Talk y'all spice. I ain't even mad at it. See, Met fans entitled to talk spice. Net fans just got here last week. They were on the welfare line looking for a team to root for. Like, y'all just got here last week, fam. Y'all not entitled to anything. Like, y'all need to go back to wherever it is, what hole you crawled out of to become a basketball fan. I'm out. And then, look, the Knicks don't have stars. But let me just tell you something. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and Emmanuel Quickly, that's a bright future for the New York Knicks. Oh, and what do the Knicks have that the Nets don't? I'll tell you. Draft picks. The Nets traded their souls for James Harden. Big dog, they don't have a first round pick till 2027. Think about that. No first round pick till 2027. None at all. Yo, what? What? Yo, fam. And I'm not, listen, I know I'm the little engine that could, bro. I know it. I know it. Me as a Knicks fan, I know I'm the little engine that could, man. Right. Yo, Joel Embiid's gonna best barbecue chicken. The Nets ain't got no centers to guard that dude. You kidding me? That's barbecue chicken, fam. Nah, I'm out. Ain't nobody telling me nothing when it comes to this here. We did that at the top of the show. We did that a little while ago, MP. But
what's up, MP22?
We think the Rangers made the right decision in short order. We think the Rangers made the right decision. But back to the Nick point for a second, bro. How we the little engine that could, right? We the little engine that could. Nobody cares about us. Nobody's supposed to care. The Nets supposed to be getting all the love. Emmanuel quickly has 25-plus point games in the last 3 games. How Emmanuel Quickly's picture was on the New York Post, and the Nets are supposed to be the talk of the town, and the Knicks are the little engine that could, and the Knicks are dominating the coverage in New York City. How? Tell me how. Am I supposed to take your Brooklyn Nets love seriously when the New York Knicks, who have been garbage for 20-plus years, still dominate the headlines, and you continue to stink up the joint? And I'm supposed to take your fan base seriously? Come on, bro. Get a grip. Go somewhere. Go somewhere. Matter of fact, it's despicable. I got to put a Nick logo up. Hold on a second. This is just garbage. And then you hear it. You hear it from Net fans. Bro, fam, look. If I hear Net fans talk spicy about we going to the Eastern Conference Championship, I'm laughing at you dead in your face. I'm laughing at you dead in your face. This logo has to be on for now the rest of the show. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's great. Like Joel Embiid is gonna drop 50 on them and don't have to play the last quarter of the game. The Nets are that bad down low. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Let's go Knicks. Fam, what is this, bro? What is this, bro? And I'm supposed to take you seriously? I didn't do all that. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Flush, y'all, and don't stop. Flush, y'all, and don't stop.
That's a good one.
Yo, but I'm saying, like, what? What is this? What is this? All right, I'm done. But this is. Oh, real quick too. And just when you're killing the Knicks for the Porzingis trade, let me just say this a second. The Dallas Mavericks are 8-12. The Dallas Mavericks have a worse record than the New York Knicks. The Dallas Mavericks are 8-12. By the way, if the Dallas Mavericks finish with the worse record than the New York Knicks, guess what? The pick they traded in the Porzingis trade, it's unprotected. It becomes a lottery pick. The New York Knicks can have 2 first-round picks inside the first 10 picks of next year's draft if the Dallas Mavericks keep stinking up the joint. And by the way, Porzingis just came back. Is not playing back-to-backs, coming off a knee injury. How's that trade looking right now for the New York Knicks? How's the trade looking right now? My point exactly. My point. I forgot he was still on planet Earth. I thought he fell off somewhere. I ain't know where he went, but I ain't seen him on a basketball court in 100 years. Jesus Christ. Anyway, what soccer you got, big dog? I'm fired up. I'm fired up.
Good. A lot of soccer, actually. We'll start off with the European Championships.
All right, I need some accents now, fam. You got to give me the accents.
So you want me to read this in British? Because I can.
Yeah, you gotta give me the accents. I need the British accent. You gotta do it. It's only right.
Okay. UEFA determined to host Euro 2020 in 12 cities, pushes decision on fans. UEFA president is optimistic that fans will be allowed inside stadiums again. Now, this is a quote from the UEFA president. It's important that we give the host cities and governments as much time as we can to formulate an accurate picture of what will be possible come June and July. Now, I want your thoughts and everybody's thoughts on that. So the UEFA president still thinks by June and July that he can host a tournament in 12 different cities across Europe and have fans. That sounds,
as the great Borat once says, that sounds very dangerous.
Yes. Very dangerous. Yeah, right now,
very dangerous. Yes.
the new strains and vaccines being distributed. I don't think this is a great idea.
No, I agree. I agree.
I mean, the only thing I could think of, I think you have to keep it in one country.
Right? You got it. Moving it around, Big Dog, what would make them want to move it around? Do you think it's money?
Yeah, so the original plan, I think, was to definitely money to have it in multiple countries and cities. And also, I think it's was a cool concept for fans to get to travel around, follow their team,
so kind of like a March Madness thing for soccer.
100%. The thing. Now, some people might say, well, why don't you just make it till next summer? The issue with that is, well, see, my God, not for nothing. Thinking about it, yeah. So I'll break it down like this. So it was supposed to be last summer. Now it's this summer. But now with the strains and, as I mentioned, all the COVID issues,
Right.
you even have the tournament this year. Your best bet maybe is to have it in one country singularly. Then maybe have, if that country gets vaccinated a large amount by then, but then again, might be a pipe dream. I'm not sure. Again, I'm just throwing things out there. Hypotheticals.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have like a half capacity. Now you can maybe push it till next summer, but there's also the World Cup next year. But again, that's not until the fall and winter. Now, a lot of teams then see, now the one cool thing is you get to see more of those national teams play. Now, again, though, is that a lot on the players? Like, they're going to go from their club teams to a very high-stakes European tournament. Europe Cup. Then you got the domestic season. Then you got to go back with your national team to play in a World Cup.
I'm curious about something. Now you got me fascinated. Now, hold up a second. Because I think Trevor Bauer is about to sign. So that's why I keep looking down. Because sources are texting me right now. You might actually get breaking news on this show tonight. You might actually have
the soccer segment. There's got to be breaking news in other sports. They don't like soccer, I guess.
I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm hearing your Mets are in the lead to get this done. So this might be a all Mets situation right here. I'm very curious on something though. I'm beyond intrigued. How do you prevent injury in that case? Or do you? Or do they care even? And I know that sounds like a callous and calculated question, but how do you prevent the spreading? How do you stop injuries, bro? That's a great point.
Right, and mentally and physically, like the Euro Cup and World Cup are two of the biggest national team tournaments in the world. And then plus you have the Premier League going on and all the other leagues. That's a lot of soccer to play.
And such a short span of time. That's a little crazy, is it not?
And plus domestically, team leagues probably wouldn't like that because that's more of a risk of their players. Like, say, if Tottenham, Man U,
that's
hurt.
That's almost the equivalent of when the NHL players go to play in these international tournaments. If somebody gets hurt,
right?
That's kind of crazy.
And now, imagine, I don't think it happens, but if you had a Euro Cup and a World Cup in the same year, that would be
my Lord.
That'd be a lot.
But you know why they probably push for it? Because of the money.
Absolutely.
That's a little nutty, though. That's nutty. That's dangerous, man.
I don't know. That's like heaven, though. But
it's heaven. But what's the quality of play going to be if everybody's injured?
That's the other thing. Now, the other thing you could do maybe is push it to the fall of this year. But will they want to do that? That's another question.
That's a little dicey, man.
There's a lot going on.
I don't know how I feel about that necessarily because it doesn't. First of all, we always talk about the integrity of the games. How much integrity are these games going to have if half the roster is going to be injured with hamstring pulls and this guy's going to be out, that guy's going to be out? It's almost like playing a season underhand for the entire year. And these games are tournament games. These games are all important games. That doesn't make sense to me.
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah, it's at the highest level, so they're playing World Cup and a Euro Cup. It's a lot. Plus,
in the same year, though, that's a little nutty.
I don't really think it happens, though. It's highly unlikely. Messi drama. Now, we were texting about this yesterday. Somebody leaked how much he makes in a – go ahead.
Can you please tell us this figure? Because I just want to do this real quick.
555 million euros this guy makes, which equals to $669 million US, which makes him the highest paid athlete of all time. Well, God damn.
Oh my God.
And now, former President Joseph Maria Bartomeu has denied being involved with leaking the contract. Sources
Yo.
have confirmed to ESPN that Messi plans to pursue legal action against the newspaper and anyone from
This a year? A year? He gets this per year?
yeah,
Big dog. He gets this per year?
I would have to
What?
probably, yeah. I'm
Yo.
not sure on that or if that's his total contract, but
Holy. Yo.
anyone from the Catalan club found to have been involved in the leaking of the terms. And I'll look it up.
Yo. Oh. What? That's insane. Yeah, how do the league survive when you got that guy, one guy making that much money? Holy.
Good God. Imagine having Messi $669 million.
Oh, God.
Yep. Yeah, so now somebody leaked it and Messi might take legal action and he ain't happy. I mean, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want my contract either.
Yo, we thought Mike Trout was rich. Mike Trout is on the welfare line compared to this dude. Are you kidding me?
What does Mike Trout make?
Like $37 million a year?
Oh, God.
Yo, we thought Mike Trout was. Yo, we thought Mike Trout was rich. Mike Trout can't even. Yo, that's welfare line money. Yo, what?
So you. So
over 4 years. Over 4 years.
And how much does Trout make?
$37 million a year.
So he makes $632 million more than Trout does.
Holy shit.
He could buy a. God.
Yo. Oh.
US dollars.
Yo, goddamn.
In euros, a little less than. I mean, it's still a lot of money.
He said he made food stamps. Yo.
Yo, the richest athlete of all time.
Hot damn.
Yeah, soccer players make a nice pay. Listen,
Nice.
if you're thinking of taking up a sport or you have a kid out there that wants to play sport, get him into soccer because cash money is. Yo, that's yo fucking. Oh my God.
Yo, I think we chose the wrong sport. I gotta start teaching Danny how to. He already played soccer. We gotta get him going. What? Nah.
Yo, your face.
Yo, fam, hold up. Yo, Rick, I think we fell in love. We fell in love with the wrong sport, bro. That is
You love
crazy.
money. Dude, I mean, baseball makes a lot, but not
like that. Not like that. Yo, Mahomes is broke.
That ain't even close.
Yo, Mahomes is broke.
God.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Yo, no way, I'm crying.
Yo, Mahomes is not even anywhere near that.
Yo, what the?
Yo, like we were like, wow, that's a lot. But holy, honestly, any other contract we report on the show, make an American sport that we report on, we shouldn't even be shocked.
Yo, fam.
It's not even close to Ronaldo and Messi money.
Yo, what the? Yo, read that, bro. Fam, hold up. Oh my god. Small business and shit, Caleb. Well, hot damn. No wonder why LeBron invested in Liverpool. I'm just saying. Well, hot damn. Ball.
And the richest sports teams in the world are soccer teams.
Yeah, but bro, 168 million. What the? Bro, we thought they paid Mike Trout money. Mike Trout is impoverished compared to that dude. Like, wait, what? How is this real life? Like LeBron, they said LeBron's making. Oh, he got the richest contract in NBA. Yo, he's poor.
What is LeBron?
A year, $41 million. He's broke. He's broke. He's made in his career what Messi's made in one contract for 4 years. LeBron's career earnings are over $500 million. Yo, how you got baseball payrolls, bro? What? Yo, how you got the Mets payroll for 1 year? What? Yo, we thought JT Realmuto was rich. Nah, dog, you ain't got no real money. You out here playing. That's still only son. I don't even. I'm broken. They broke me. It's yo. Hold up. Danny got to be kicking the soccer ball in the snow right now. Because, good Lord, that's a lot of money. What? What? You can't even compute that much money. What do you do with that much money? How do you spend that much money? And it's only a 4-year deal. Keep talking.
Oh, and the last thing on the soccer front, Kayla, unfortunately for us,
damn, bro.
Harry Kane is out likely a few weeks due to injuring both of his ankles versus Liverpool.
Ankle beats.
And that was a horrible game.
She said bargain bait. Son. Help me, dog. Help me out. Is there a wheelchair soccer league somewhere that I could join up and start playing? I'll make my feet work for that much money. Is there a wheelchair soccer league that I could sign up for today? Today, right now. What?
You can't spend it. Yeah. Wow. A lot of the energy over there. What is going on?
God almighty.
Something else. That's
Sweet
all we talk
Lord.
about. Before we go,
Wow.
quick thoughts on this trade in the NFL, which Jared Goff, I'm praying for you, lad. You got to go
Yeah.
from LA to
To
Detroit.
Detroit. Oh my Lord. Who?
I feel bad for you.
Hot
No
damn.
Los Angeles, no freezing blizzards, and now you got to be in Detroit.
And Stafford
Going to LA.
get that walk out. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Read this, big dog. Look. That's funny.
Their beeper.
Emilio for the win. Damn. What?
That don't even come close. Boxing ain't even a real sport, but
I didn't say all that.
in my opinion, that could be an argument for another day if you want.
Big dog.
But
What?
boxing is not a sport.
What boxing for? What boxing ever do to you, bro? Who hurt you?
Boxing, neither is UFC. That's not a sport either.
Oh my Lord. All right. Tell me how you really feel. You see what happens when the Islanders get on losing streaks? It's the guy
But
becomes
I always
irritable.
thought that.
Yeah, but you see when the Islanders lose, he gets irritable. He starts expressing how he truly feels. First of all, here's why this is crazy. Because you got 3 picks and Stafford, right? 3 picks, right? And what's this QB? Jesus, I'm drawing up with Jared Goff.
Ball. I think everyone's stunned by this Messi thing, which I don't play. Even when I first looked at, I had to do like a triple take. I'm like, how much? It's Steve Cohen.
Bam. Nah, this football trade was crazy. I do tell you this. If I'm the Jets, I go nowhere near Deshaun Watson. Because if Jared Goff got 3 number 1 picks, no, Matthew Stafford, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's no Deshaun Watson. And if Matthew Stafford got 3 number 1 picks, if you the Jets.
Yeah, but Watson's better than Stafford, though, and younger.
But that's what I'm saying. If Stafford got 3 number 1s, what do you think Deshaun's going to get?
Oh, yeah. Damn, they're going to want our whole, like, draft capital.
For the next 100 years, I ain't gonna go first round pick. Son, how do you?
For Matthew Stafford, like he's good, but he worked that
Son,
much.
3 first round picks, bro. 3
and you quarterback.
Put it in a bowl, take it for lunch.
Fam,
It's up to you.
let's have a fam. 3 first round picks. And how old is Matthew Stafford? Like 34, 35 years old?
I'll Google it.
I don't understand that. Wow.
He's 32 years old, Matthew Stafford.
He's 32 with a history of injuries the way he got. I don't even understand how you got 3 first round picks for that guy. Now, granted, if Matthew Stafford's healthy with that offense, they're gonna do damage.
Yeah,
They're gonna do some serious damage. I'd say this: Carson Wentz,
he
he's
gone.
gone. Now I want to know what happens with the rest of these quarterbacks.
It's gonna be
That's
fascinating this
insanity.
season.
What the hell?
Mhm.
All sports salaries got Conor McGregor. Good night, folks.
End the show. End the show.
That's all. See you Thursday.
Oh my god.
Nah, she said he got GameStop money. No. Good night. Good night.
Stephen, wrap it up.
It's done. Big dog, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.